True indeed with you. Holy Circle Gaming. Thank you for rocking with your boy like always. Definitely a privilege and an honor to do as such. Y'all see what we're getting into today. Marvel Puzzle Quest. Continuing the series, of course. Because you know I gotta update you and let you know what's been good as of late. So, let's go over a few things that's been happening thus far. I am going to get some cover pulls in today, but I'll get into that momentarily. Then we're going to talk about a few things before we get up off of this recording. So, first and foremost, if it rambles on a lot, I do apologize, but there's definitely a lot of things I want to definitely make sure I cover and go over before I get through this particular recording today. So, first and foremost, let me let you take a look at the squad and let you know how we're working with. You know, you see the Iron Man and the Luke Cage and everything. That's kind of all up and running like normal. In the previous competition, in the previous 2-day competition, I received this Doc Ock. So the Doc Ock has actually been really good to me because it was actually all 3 abilities within the Doc Ock. So that's actually been working out really, really well. In addition to, if you haven't been keeping up, I got that Human Torch as well in the same balance as Doc Ock would be. So they've both been getting a lot of run as of late. Also put a little bit of work into Captain America and the Magneto. Each of which has some, each of which could get some run for sure, at least for a period of time. Sentry's in there, of course. Cyclops is in there, of course. Black Panther's in there, of course. But I actually rather have, on my mobile one, I actually have the Rage of the Panther one versus the Battle Plan one. I wish I could somehow get that Rage of the Panther version of Black Panther with this one. I think it would have a lot more value once I get that particular card. I think both of those combined would work out really well. And I also have gaps for 2. Now, I know you see me with the Yelena Belova, and that's not for anything else. It's simply because I have 2 slots that I need to fill. And I have a few cards that I could pull from, but I'm just kind of indecisive of which direction I really want to go with the pull currently. I could throw Spider-Man in there. I could throw Moonstone in there currently and just maybe absorb it just for a period of time. Or, I could go with the Daken. I'm not sure. Because I really don't have a lot to choose from. I have that 2-star Spider-Man I could probably give some run to. But I'm not sure. I haven't really decided yet. I got that Black Widow as well, the espionage version of Black Widow, which would be cool because it's basically a passive, but it won't benefit me any if it's just going to be a 2-star with nothing to connect it with. So it's kind of hard to really go with it. I may give this Hawkeye some run. It may be the time I may give the Hawkeye some run on some lower level stuff just initially. Maybe run the Blast Arrow for a quick second that does 206 damage. And I also have a secondary one as well. I believe it's the electric arrow one, which stuns the targets for 2 turns. So I could probably give that some run if need be. I'm just not sure, to be honest with you, but I have 2 slots that I could work with. So we'll see what happens with these 2 slots. What I think I'm going to do is actually fill them with something currently. Just because if you pick something, well, it doesn't matter. Actually, no, it does. Because if I don't put nothing in the slot, because I do have 7 packs I need to pull, and I want to make sure I kind of fill it the right way. So what we're going to do, at least temporarily, we'll go ahead and put, this is what we'll do. We're going to put Moonstone in temporarily. We'll put Moonstone in temporarily. And we'll also put Moonstone in, and then we'll put you know what? We'll put the 2-star Spider-Man in, I guess. And the only reason why I say that, because I'm not really too big on the 2-star Spider-Man. The 1-star Spider-Man is really fresh. The 3-star Spider-Man is fresh. But the 2-star Spider-Man, not so much. But I'll definitely put them in there because I definitely want to make sure we get some good cards. I just don't want those good cards, if they pop up and be obligated to use them. I could always kick out any one of these 3 in order to make that happen. So that's kind of where we are. I'm in the middle of a season quest, if y'all were curious. I'm in another season quest right now, the Real McCoy. I did not participate in 8 is enough as of yet. I might after the Real McCoy is over. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to try to get this ranking up, see if I can get into like the top 25 or so. I'm at 78. I've been getting dinged up, so we'll see as we go along. But first things first, let's go ahead and pull some covers real fast before we disembark on a little bit of gameplay and see what we come up with. Hopefully we get some 2 stars that actually match up, that actually will give us some help. So at least that's the hope, at least with these here. First off, Iron Man, don't need the Iron Man, so it's basically 100 crystals for me. Not a bad start. Anything is better than nothing, I guess. Hopefully this is a 2-star as well. No, Juggernaut, I don't use Juggernaut. I know a lot of people who do, because there's a lot of build-up you could do with Juggernaut early on. It's just not my style of card. I didn't like Juggernaut off top, even though it does have similar abilities to what Storm does with a couple of board wipes, but it's a little bit too random for my taste. There go that 1-star Spider-Man again. I was really thinking about putting a 1-star Spider-Man in temporarily because I have a lot of those cards there. I was trying to do something different in regards to my mobile version versus my PC version, and I'm rocking on the PC version currently. And so I was trying to do something different. That's the reason why I haven't involved Spider-Man in this mix, but I might, because I do have a lot of covers for Spider-Man, so we'll see. Hawkeye, I already have a souped up Hawkeye, so it's basically 100 coins as well, or 100 crystals as well, excuse me. Storm, the 1-star Storm, I have the 1-star Storm working, but the 2-star Storm is really the one I would rather give some run to. So hopefully I get something that's 2-star oriented, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. It looks like it's going to be all 1-stars. Look at all this 1-star action. Everything that I got in this particular setup has all been 1-star. Everything 1-star. Well, I can't be super mad about that because when you get some things that are 1-stars, that definitely helps. But it's not going to really benefit me none. So the team is going to kind of stay as put. I mean, Moonstone will stay where it is. The Yelena Belova will probably get some run. If I don't take it out and put Spider-Man in, it will definitely get some run because I do have a maxed out payback mission that I could kind of work with, at least temporarily. So we'll see. We'll see if it gets some run currently, but I'm not sure. It's not all that great. So let's do this. So you kind of see what I'm working with real fast. You kind of see the setup. You see the crystal count. Crystal count got up to 15,000 because of the previous top 5 finish that I had. You know, it actually boosted me up a little bit. So the objective now is to actually get this quest off the ground, and look at this setup. Wow, that's strong. And the objective now is to go ahead and make sure I can at least get into the top 25 in this particular round. I think in this one I have a day and a half to really make some ground, and I've been getting dinged up. This has been a really hard one. The Beast one is really tough to work with because it's not it's a atypical character that you would use, but Beast is a cool card, believe it or not. I like the Beast card. I have it on my mobile. It's really good to work with, but it's really tough. You know, it's really tough to kind of stack with it. So what I've been doing with my stack has been Beast, Iron Man currently, and you know what, I could go with Hawkeye in this particular instance because I don't think it will hurt me. But ideally, I don't go with Hawkeye. Ideally, I will probably go with Doc Ock in this instance. Only because, I mean, the one thing that you trade off with in this regard is with Beast, the color scheme is going to be red, green, yellow. And with Iron Man, the color scheme is going to be red, blue, yellow. So what are you sacrificing? You don't have pink and you don't have purple. And that's the one thing that you get with Hawkeye. At least you'll get the pink and the purple out of the way. The only problem with going Hawkeye in that instance, because he absorbs pink and purple, is that he's going to take a lot of hits. He's going to take a lot of hits early. So if the board is not set up conducive to him, it doesn't work. The reason why I go with Doc Ock, because he has a more hit points currently at level 45, and he does at least absorbs. You know, he actually got the blue and the black and the green, which all of which works too. It just kind of leaves pink and purple kind of out the door. So it's really just kind of the school of thought. So actually, I will go with my Doc Ock Iron Man Beast in this particular instance, and hopefully that works because we do need some wins. To be honest with you, I can't be taking too many L's at this juncture, because the more L's you take, the harder it is to reclimb up and do a few different things as far as like getting back to like the top of the board. And this one's tough. I mean, this has been a really tough setup, to be honest with you, because a lot of good players are playing this particular bracket of it for whatever reason, which is not a bad thing. You know, I'm never gonna back away from the competition. That's for sure. I'm always gonna sit there and try to compete, try to do well. I don't have anything yellow. I definitely want to use the yellow. Yellow is going to work in this instance because it's really going to be a lot of competition in this one, and you definitely want to make sure that you kind of step up to it a little bit. That's always been my philosophy when it comes to gaming. And so with it, you know, I always try to do the best that I can when it comes to gaming. I think I'm going to go green here. And so, like I said, with this particular board setup, this board didn't set up really ideally. It actually set up a little bit better for Hawkeye, to be honest with you. But I'll work with it. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to go blue in this instance. I know he's going to go Animal Inside because that's about the time. Oh, he didn't go with it. He didn't go with Animal Inside? Wow. Surprise. Let's do this. I could go blue mutated. I'm gonna go mutagenic breakthrough in this particular instance. Put the 3 up. It's not going to benefit me. He's going to take that blue anyway, so I'm going to lose it. I thought it was going to go way over here anyway, so what I'll do is go ahead and just wipe the board with the brown. And, oh, you know what I'm going to do? Actually, instead, he actually kind of bailed me out a little bit. So I'm actually going to move the red to get the blue out of... It's going to link up anyway. It's okay. It's okay. So what we'll do here, we'll get the 2-play combination there. Medical Marvel, I'm just going to hold on to it currently because I know he's going to hit me for a little bit. And I could just reload it if need be with the Medical Marvel, which will come in perfectly. I'd rather use the Armored Assault in this instance to actually do some hit points, but I'm going to actually kind of heal up, get back to like basically square A. That's the beautiful thing about Beast. When you have Beast cooking with all the abilities, that's one of the best things about Beast, is that he could heal up a team in a heartbeat. This going to be blue for him. Blue for him. I'm going to have to go green and go Animal Inside. I believe it's going to be the right play, and that's the play that they're telling me. And in this particular instance, I think there's a blue here that has a 2 counter. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it. I don't think I'm going to get to it, but we're going to try. I'm going to hit this one for 2. The Browns doesn't do anything for me, just kind of just sits there. Because the brown that I have for Doc Ock is a passive brown, it's not a active brown, and that's a good repulsive blast. Jeez. Green there. Yeah, I don't have much choice in the matter. I don't have anything green. He's gonna get those blues off. At least it's not, well, at least in this instance, it's not a blue that could actually do any serious. The blue that's tough to deal with on this one is the shield. The shielded blue is a really difficult proposition because it really can run ruck shop on you for sure. I'm going to run mines now because I don't think I have any blues that's in position for him to capture this time. So hopefully this plays out a little bit better than what it did the last time. I see the blue here. I see the brown, what they're talking about. Brown doesn't benefit me. So what I would like to do is actually kind of set up a play. That's a good play. Dual shields is a good play. Jeez, them shields are going to be a problem. Because with those shields up, it is hard to get hits on anybody. And it's going to prolong this a lot longer than what it should be. that's going to be a problem too. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get rid of that. So what we'll do here, we're going to at least get the insult to injury so I can at least start clapping back. And I'm on side, not a bad play. So I hit for like 857. My Iron Man, that Iron Man is definitely doing something. Oh, that helps, that helps, that helps. That actually helps pretty good. I'm gonna go. Normally combination plays will be at a premium to me, but not in this particular instance. I believe the play that they're saying is the right play for sure. Going with the green. Yeah, that was definitely the right play for sure. I'm not going to set him up for 5, I can tell you that. I know the play that they're going to probably say is go black, but that's definitely not the right play to go for sure. I don't think I have anything over here. I have web bandages. I could probably do something, but not too much. I don't have anything blue. I could go blue here and kind of negate the blue, but I want to at least get a play off. So this is what I'll do. I'll just go this way. Hopefully I get a combination play out of it. I didn't. Medical Marvel was coming in right on time for him with the shield. And I'm going to have to take the shield out immediately. But at the very least, I'll get that little 29 hit point back. Ooh, green 5 for me. Green 5 for me. That came in right on time. And certain times, certain things come in right on time. And that one literally just came right on time. And in perfect combination, because what I could do now, I could actually do the mutagenic breakthrough, which gives me 3. I could also do animal inside, which should be able to hit him for about 7. Yeah, about 7,000, about 700 there. I could go Armored Assault at this juncture, as Armored Assault will at least get Iron Man out the way. I normally don't use it in this particular instance, because I'd rather be able to heal up, but I need to get Iron Man out of the way, because he's been taking up a lot of, he's been absorbing a lot of hit points, and then go ahead and get that out of the way. And so now that all the shields are down, I could actually be able to try to give myself a chance to try to dot up Beast. But Beast is a very tough... got Doc out the way. Beast is a very tough out, to be honest with you. He really is. This, like I said, this has been like one of the tougher matches, simply because the way Beast is and the way Beast could just absorb hits after hits after hits. I'm gonna have to go Iron Man on this one. I'm gonna have to probably use some yellow for sure. Yeah, we're gonna have to go yellow for sure. That's a good play on his. That's a good play on his behalf. It very well is. I'll tell you that. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. I mean, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and go up and down. I'll give him the yellow play. And he gets shielded up. Wow, yeah, this is over, because his beast is like way too. His beast is way too protected, and there is not too much I could do to get him out of the way. Yeah, it's not too much I could do to get him out of the way. Not with those shields protected up. Yeah, my beast is down. I think the only thing I could do here is basically go hard on red and just basically dot him up with red, because there's nothing much I could do outside of that. Go 10 on the red, slow him down. Red, maybe yellow if yellow kind of frees up, but yellow doesn't look like it's freeing up anytime soon. Reaches in the breakthrough. Hopefully comes in on the side. Hopefully comes in on the side. I didn't. Yeah, that did not come in off the side like I thought it was going to do. See, every time I'm taking a hit, because of that shield right here in this section, It is nothing I could do, and that shield is way out of position, and it's nothing over here to connect the board. Normally when you have those particular setups, there's normally something on the side that you could do to kind of connect the board up, but because that shield's been there for a period of time and it's been not one real way to protect yourself, and even though I have 2 shields, it just didn't matter in this particular instance, simply because that beast shield does much more protection than what my 2 shields were doing. Now normally in those situations, you know, you should be able to shield up and everything's fine, but because the shields wasn't protecting me but it was protecting him, it was actually a lot better and more beneficial to them. So those are the things that you really kind of are up against when you're playing this particular set, and that's the reason why it's been like problematic for me, not for anything else. It's simply because of those scenarios right there. Those have been the toughest of scenarios to be able to, you know, get off of like a character really fast and have like Beast sitting there and dotting you up, and there's no real method to like beat him unless I do it the opposite way and maybe go Beast first and then take care of everything else behind Beast. But when you have like characters with like small hit points, like, you know, 1479s, sometimes it behooves you to go ahead and get them out the way. But it depends. It depends on what your school of thought would be. My school of thought would always be to get the smaller characters out of the way so they don't influence the bigger picture, so it's just one character that you contend with. But with Beast and the health, it's really hard to contend with Beast in that regard. He's gonna go green, I'm gonna go brown. And yeah, you're gonna web swing, but that's gonna be the only play you get because I'm going animal inside. Oh wow, wait a minute, maybe I'm not doing that. Yes I am. I'm gonna go animal inside, do that. We're gonna go red here. I'll take the hit right back, it's cool. Green-black combination is going to be the play. Hopefully I can get some more greens for my efforts. I didn't. Medical Marvel, that's going to come into play right now. Good play by him. Red for sure. Now, those yellows popped right into play, even though that was a very good combination play by me. And he's going to get it right back. No help. He's going to get some yellows to help him out. Mutagenic Breakthrough is going to be the play. Wow, right in position. Jeez, really? See, that's been the type of play that's been happening to me in this particular setup. It's always been something like that happening. Like you'll get the right play call, but the wrong outcome because of it. And those are things, because it's so random, it is not too much you could do about that. Now his is going to come in and it's going to go watch. It's going to go way in the corner over here where you can't get to it. See, you can't get to that way in the corner. Oh, you know what? That was a mistake play. I actually should have played the red instead. And I'm going to play it now, but I should have played that before. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna leave those blues up currently, since he's gonna get it anyway. Yeah, since he's gonna get it anyway, you know what I'm gonna do? I can actually use this right now. I'm gonna actually use that to kind of save Doc Ock currently, just to give Doc Ock a little bit of run here. I'm going to go with Repulsor Blast. Slow him down a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and go pink here. It's not for anything else, because I already know he's going to be able to get off of some of these blues, and that shield's got to go. I'm going to have to work to get this shield down ASAP. Nothing on this side here. Yeah, I know. Go ahead. Oh, I dropped out of position. I need to get that shield out of the way. He's gonna get another one off. It's cool. I don't care if he gets the second one off, but I gotta get this shield out of the way. Ooh. Wow. Tell you what, I'll do this. I'll put mine out there, which is perfect because it's actually way out of position, which is actually really good. Because even though he was shielded up, which was fine, it actually kind of helped out. Now I could go red here, or I could go green, or I could go red. Red, that is the right play actually. Combination play. I don't see another shield. Oh, he's gonna have two of those things that could dot me up though. That's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and run another one of these here. I'm gonna get these out there really fast. And let's go green. Wow, my Doc Ock is toast. Again. Okay, that's not bad, that's not bad, that's not bad. So I'm gonna have to go with the animal inside here and really start dotting them up some. Dog, I know the yellow is definitely gonna be the play here. This is gonna be the play that kind of saves me right now. I'm gonna have to get that up. And I'm gonna have to drop this down in position, and I'm shielded, so hopefully they don't do me really wrong on the shielding this particular time. Because last time when I was shielded up, it wasn't really protecting me as well as it should. Mutagenic breakthrough, that is good. That is actually, wow, that is actually not good, because those yellows would actually benefit me like right now. But the problem that I have is that I really can't like take out both of my shields. I actually need them really extensively. What I can do, I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit him for 16. Hit him for 16, do the 3 there, and that would get beasts out of the way. Black Widow I could deal with awful lot easier than anybody else, because she won't have anything to protect her, so it'd actually be a really easy finish from this point in. So we are going to go ahead and go 3 yellow here. Armored Assault will be the last play if she doesn't go out, in which she does. So that actually works out really well. That's how it should go, but it doesn't always go to that degree. Sometimes it always goes backwards, like you saw in the first hand, and in this particular hand it actually went a lot better. So definitely a good look. Another Yelena Belova, which I already have a bunch of those currently. So yeah, so that's where we go, man. So that's where we are right now. Little bit of gameplay. You can actually see kind of where we are in regard to this. We're actually level 61. So the push is to get into the top 25. You know, if I get into the top 25, it'd be good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get 586 on this particular one, because it's been a tough go of it, and I would really have to sit here and lock in. I just don't have the time to really lock in and do it this particular weekend as I did before. So I do apologize, but we're gonna try to at least get to the top 25 in this particular session. So that's the game plan. If I get in the top 25, that'd be good. If not, no worries. So before I go, and I know everybody's been touching upon this as of late, but I think, you know, for me, it's, you know, I have to touch upon it as well, as a streamer, as a gamer, as a person who's involved in everything that, you know, in a lot of things that's going on. You know, we're definitely aware of the situations and scenarios that happen across the world. I mean, you see violence across the map. You see violence overseas. You see violence in your own neighborhood. You see violence violence all over the world. But there's one thing I want to touch upon, and shout outs to my mom, because my mom is the one who kind of brought it up, and it's very important. It was one of my family members was talking about Black Lives Matter. And I understand the premise in which they go about doing things, but I'm going to kind of X that a little bit, because it's not just about Black lives that matter. You know what it really comes down to? All lives matter. Not just Black lives. White lives matter. Black lives matter. Asian lives matter. Spanish lives matter. Armenian lives matter. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, we got to have a higher value on life. You know, people treat life as if it's a video game. This isn't Call of Duty. This isn't Grand Theft Auto. You don't get an extra life. You don't spawn back into life if you are dead. And you don't spawn back into life if you shoot somebody. They don't come in and respawn in the same spot. This is not a video game. Real life is exactly that, family. It is real life. And y'all gotta treat it as such. So all lives matter, because you wanna know what? In life, we only have one life to live. And it's our responsibility to live it to the fullest. And that doesn't mean that you can't have fun and that you can't do certain things, you know, and that you can't enjoy life to the fullest. But you gotta live life to the fullest and not worry about the drama that's taking place around you. Because yes, it is true. There is knuckleheads across the board who are doing crazy things across. Yeah, we know about ISIS and everything that's going on. Yeah, we know about the gangs and all that stuff in our homeland. Yeah, absolutely correct. We know about that stuff. But it's your job and your responsibility to do better. You know, to make sure that we uphold all lives. Like I said, all lives matter. I'm not saying that the Black lives don't matter. Black lives do matter. I am black, and I'll be the first to tell you that Black lives do matter. That is fact. But all lives matter just the same. My Spanish lives matter. Shout out to my man, Mr. Lino. Shout out to my boy Fur. You know, all my Spanish conglomerate. White lives matter. Shout out to the Ace and Queen of Hearts. Shout out to my boy Tyler and all my other boys. You know, white lives matter. Trust me. Asian lives matter. You know, Spanish lives matter. Every single life matter. Armenian lives matter. You know, I'm in a neighborhood where one of the dudes who work at a check cashing place, real good dude, got shot over the fact that he works at a check cashing place, and some black dudes are trying to jump on him just to get some money. Ran up on his car and the whole nine. It ain't nothing cool about that. Yeah, so does Black lives matter when they're doing something like that? No, I don't want them to get shot, but I definitely want them to get prosecuted. Facts, because those things should not take place. You should not be running up on nobody, shoot some dude in the head just because y'all trying to do a money grab. Facts. So please believe me when I tell you that all lives matter, no matter what race, what nationality. It's all about not just the lives that we are, not just from race. We're all one unified front in the body of Christ. That's really what it comes down to, y'all. And I don't want to get preachy about it, but I definitely want to make sure that we convey that all lives matter. It's something that you should be teaching yourselves. That's something, if you have kids, you should be teaching your kids. And if you have a circle of friends around you, you should be able to teach your circle of friends and your co-workers the same thing, that all lives matter. You're not just in one little clique just because of some little race. You're in a big family of life where you interact with all types of people all the time. And the one thing that I tell everybody who's around me, be cool with everybody whom you come in contact with. Why? Because you never know who you're dealing with. You don't know if you're dealing with somebody who's about nothing, or you don't know if you're dealing with somebody who is a CEO of a company, or if that person is a person who's supposed to get you from point A to point B in your life. You never know who you're dealing with. So be cool with everybody. You know, be on the lookout. Be aware. Don't get caught up in the craziness that's around you. Don't be up there trying to retaliate just because you see some police guys jumping on somebody. And don't be that one dude who's in Dallas who's up there sniping police officers either, because there was nothing cool about that. There was nothing cool about that. You know, and people are going to try to don him as a hero just because he dotted up some police officers. He just costed some families their lives too, and costed people their livelihood as well. It's nothing cool about that. It's not. So guess what? You know, you got to be able to value life. Get off of this gunplay. Like I said, this is not a game. Life is actual life. You only have one of these lives to live. So live it to the fullest. But don't be that one thinking that it's a video game where people are going to come back if you shoot them. No, people do not come back. We have real funerals. We have real people who die. We have real people who have to make a decision once they die, whether it's heaven or hell. And that's God's decision. But we ain't even going to go on that part of it just yet. But understand that you got to understand and value life as you have it. That's what I got to say, y'all. And I don't want to rant too much about it, but I want to make sure that you get it, because my whole point is, and just like I told my mom, and just like my mom told to me, it's not just about Black Lives Matter, it's all lives matter. So until we get to the point where we know that all lives matter, you know, that's when we know when we put a true value of life, a true value of your friends, a true value of neighborhood, a true value in your workplace. When you come to the conclusion that all lives matter, not just one race, not just one clique of people, not just one group of people, all people matter. Everybody matters. You matter. I matter. My circle matters. Your circle matters. Your family matters. Your friends matter. Just like mine do. Y'all see where I'm coming from? That's how we do. You know who I am. This is Mr. True Indeed. You know who I represent. I represent Holy Circle Gaming. And you know how we do. It's always God above everything. Until the next time, family, we'll do it again soon. Salute.